School today.
And welcome back!
Yeah, welcome back, guys!
We're gonna get one of my favorite characters.
This harder lemonade is okay. Wait, she's your favorite character too? Do we have the same favorite character?
I think we might.
Stay away from my waifu.
She's my waifu. Man, this ain't even one of your favorite games ever. She didn't get to be your waifu, bitch.
I didn't realize that you were so fucking petty like that.
Hey, you were the one who said stay away. You started this.
I was wondering if you
Fight me, bro.
that.
Fight me.
1v1, let's do this. Let's just switch it to Smash.
Like, no, seriously.
Oh, God, in order to defend the peace of Japan, Secret Ninja Agent...
Yai.
Was it Yai? Okay, because I remember if it was Yai or Yay.
Dead serious, man. Yai was like my first video game crush. Ever.
Well, it doesn't help that she's got long green hair. That's like fucking perfect. So anyways, before we start getting any creepier... Peach Mountain.
Peach?
I've baked you a cake. Peach. Chestnut Mountain. How many mountains are there?
Pear Mountain. You know that Goombas are like,
chestnuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
Or well, their name originally meant chestnut in Japanese or whatever, and then they're like, man, that's fucking wrong. That doesn't make any sense. They don't look like chestnuts. And then in Super Mario World, they made those other things
Yep,
that
that
people
look
think
more like
are
chestnut.
Goombas,
Yep.
but they're not.
Yep. Which is funny, because that means there's like no actual Goombas in Super Mario World. Since like those replaced the Goombas and that.
Did you ever see like the original like plot or whatever? At least what's in the
Oh, Super Mario?
no in well Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, that's what. No, that's what I meant. I would have said World. Is it like all the people were like? Of the mushroom return, like so, like you're technically like killing people when you like break blocks and stuff.
Yep.
Like,
oh wait, I remember.
This is something I hate to do because everyone's like, dude, when you think about Mario or Kirby, it's actually really dark. But fucking original Mario Bros. Was pretty damn dark when you know the actual story.
Well, and here's the thing about that. Like, I mean, I don't know enough about it. Whether that was the original plot, like if that was actually like the Japanese thing, or if that was just like weird ass flavor text that they threw into the localization. It could go either way.
Yeah.
Don't know, don't care. But going on that context, yeah, that shit's dark.
I'm sorry, I've read too.
Oh wait, I know what I need to do.
I've read too many stupid cracked articles that love to overanalyze games, and like, there's one that's saying like, "Oh man, in Kirby's Adventure, you're the bad guy." Excuse me. I'm just saying how like
DDD's just being a dick. He's got good intentions, but he's being a
he
dick.
could have been more clear about it. But it's not even just that. They're like saying like the bosses are like they're never doing anything to you. It's like that's the case with a lot of games, especially back then, because they didn't have like context to really set up a fucking boss fight in an NES game. Because like one of their examples was how do you switch characters again?
Down C.
I'll have to try and remember that when it's my turn to play again.
Oh man, speaking of, well, little cultural thing for all y'all. Benki, I don't know the whole history behind him, but there's actually like a story behind him where he was like this huge weapon collector thing, or guy. So
like, is that like actual history, or is that
like his usual portrayal is him with like just a fuckload of weapons on his back, because he would go around collecting weapons. I don't know how he did it, because I didn't really read the whole lore behind it. I don't know if he like went around beating the shit out of dudes and stole their weapons. Probably did. But
or he could just go to a war zone after the battle's over and just pick up all the swords from dead guys.
Wait, did he want? I already forgot
fish.
What he.
I wasn't paying attention either.
Okay, he wants blue fish.
And, well, that's very interesting, David. I didn't know that there was history to this.
So it comes into play in a little bit, which I'll finish off when we get to that part.
So I'll get back to one of the things I was remembering that was from like super cracked articles about video games. because of the Kirby thing, they were saying, like, you know the one boss that like skates around and paints stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, he's just like an art student, and you just came up and beat him up and took his paintings, and it's like
It's a shitty
whatever. I don't even know if they probably didn't fucking know that.
Yeah, that's very possible.
I mean, it's not really that obvious.
So they make it
But
more
it's like,
obvious in like Kirby 64.
Clearly, this art student is sicking evil paintings on you. Like, there's nothing really like, there's no gray areas about that.
Also, weren't like a lot of the bosses like being controlled by fucking dark matter?
Probably. Yeah, basically, I hate cracked articles for the most part when they're about video games because they always just completely miss the point.
I hate just about all of them when they're trying to get into any plot of anything because they're like, oh, it's actually way darker. Like,
yeah,
oh,
like I said, I hate
Ed
that
and Eddie,
shit.
the whole thing, it's purgatory and all the kids are dead.
Okay, that was actually going to bring that. I was going to say something like about that. Well, yeah, I really hate when people look way too into plots because, like, sometimes.
Ash is actually a little boy in a coma.
Okay, good thing you said that. I will get to that. But, okay, sometimes you can take a story for face value. Sometimes it's not a deep fucking plot. Sometimes the story is just about good versus evil, and that's it.
9 times out of 10, you're supposed to take it at face value because the people writing it weren't fucking even thinking about this crap.
Like, there are things.
They're like, hey, I want to write a fun little story.
Like, if you want to take it that way, yeah, that's for you, but you don't need to start preaching to the world about, like, how it's this deep fucking plot. But anyways, so, you know how, like, whenever there's, like, theories for any cartoon, the go-to thing is the main character is a kid in a coma?
Yep.
Like, I found the, what I consider the equivalent of that for, songs. Because I've heard it way too many times from people going...
It's about sex and drugs?
No, you know the song is about drug overdose, right? Because, like, any song, you can take the metaphors and be like, yeah, it's about drug overdose. The only song that I will be like, yeah, it's about drug overdose, is Kickstart My Heart. Because that is, like, literally what they are talking about. It's about overdosing and needing, like, a shot of adrenaline.
A lot of... like, pretty much every single Third Eye Blind song is about either sex, doing drugs, or both. And I can't remember which song it was, but there was one song that they did that pissed off all of their fans when they wrote it, because their fans are like, this isn't actually about sex and drugs!
Did you know that, like, every Ninja Sex Boy song is about sex?
No, I didn't. I didn't know.
There actually there are a few that aren't, though. Like, Dinosaur Laser Fight.
Are you kidding? Wow. That one's totally about sex. You just gotta read into the deeper
Oh, you're right.
of the
No, it's actually about drug overdose. It's a guy who overdosed and saw fucking dinosaurs fighting with lasers. This should be obvious. Well, like, seriously, because, like, I remember, like, someone being like... And, like, I won't be surprised if a lot of these songs are about that, but who gives a fuck? Like, oh, you know, Stairway to Heaven's about drug overdose. Okay? I'm still gonna, just listen to the song and just be like, yeah, cool.
Did I tell you about when I saw Third Eye Blind with Zach?
No, you did not.
Okay, so we go and see him, and Zach is like, okay, this spot here fucking blows.
Sorry.
This spot here fucking blows. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spearhead our way up further in the crowd and get closer to the stage. And I'm like, alright, works for me. Because, this time I don't have to do the work in trying to get closer. Because he's going to do that, and all I have to do is follow. So he just starts ramming through people. I'm just like, alright. Following behind him.
Wait, who is this again?
Zach.
Zach, okay.
So we get closer to the stage, and, about 5 minutes later, there's this tap on my shoulder. And I turn around, and it's this very, very drunk girl.
Shall be good.
And she's like, that was very rude what you and your friend did, like, shoving in front of us. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm sorry. He was, like, I just kind of followed along after him. She's like, oh, is that what you are? You're a follower, not a leader?
That's
and I'm like, oh my God. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, I guess I am then. And I turn around, because, I don't feel like dealing with her. Like, 20 seconds later, I feel this splash on the back of my head. Fucking...
What the hell, man?
Threw her drink at me. And I'm just like, you know what? No. I'm just not gonna play this game. I'm just gonna ignore this.
There's like... Wait, is there more to the story? I don't want to...
No, not really. Okay. But here's where the real history comes.
Ever since the Achilles heel was thrown at Bankai, Achilles heel was meant to be the weak point of someone.
And that's a fact.
You could take that one to the bank. Cash it into the fact bank.
There's something fishy about that story.
Yeah! I know it's not him. I don't want to do that.
But yeah, and also, like, the little piece of Benkei history I was getting to. So, he gives you a piece of his collection. And that's where that plays into the whole thing about him going around collecting weapons.
Oh, he gives you a weapon?
No. He gives you your friend back.
Oh, yeah, Sasuke.
Which I used to think, like, for the longest time when I was younger, I used to think it was Sasuke.
Well, a lot of people do.
I wasn't no weeaboo when I was little.
Well, it wasn't until I actually started noticing, like, Japanese pronunciation, because, like, there's a lot of Japanese names that end with the S-U-K-E, and I realized that you don't actually, like, pronounce the U in a lot of those.
Yeah, like,
because, like, Yusuke's the same.
Yeah, it's pretty much just because, Japanese, the language is structured around syllables instead of letters.
Man, we're weeaboos. I was gonna have a comment on your story about pushing through the crowd, but now I feel like the moment's passed, so I'm not gonna say anything else about it.
You can go right ahead.
So we can't use them right away, right? Don't we have to get them fixed or something?
We have to get the batteries.
I always Sasuke is fun to play as just because I like. Well,
Top Knot.
What?
Top Knot.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, wait,
just a sec. Let everybody soak this in. It's one of the best fucking tracks in the game.
It's alright. I'm just kidding. I love it.
I fucking love this.
This whole game. Yeah, this whole game has some great.
It is one of the most I am going to call the soundtrack to this game fucking perfect because I will just sit there and listen to this for freaking hours sometimes because it's just so good.
I like it when games actually put in a song in that they put a lot of effort into the Impact's theme, where it's an actual song with lyrics and stuff, and how the opening of this game has lyrics and stuff. I like when they do that stuff.
There's extra shit I could get right now, but
you don't give a shit.
No, I don't. I mean, if you were playing, I'd tell you to go get it.
Yeah,
but that's just the difference between you and me.
Well, because you know the game, so you can stream. This is how it would be an Ocarina of Time. I do tend to get a lot of things I don't need just because it's become a habit in that game. But I do know most of the things that you can easily skip.
Yeah, ordinarily this would be where we would go to Turtle Rock, and totally different Turtle Rock.
I was just I couldn't think of a joke actually for that.
This is another reason why I fucking love playing as Yai.
Because she can cut people in half. Yeah. There's something really satisfying about just hacking enemies in two.
But yeah, there's the thing at Turtle Rock where you push it in each of the directions.
Surprise!
And one of them gives you a fortune doll, one of them gives you a bunch of money, and then the other warps you to an area where you can get another fortune doll.
So,
but I don't need that shit.
Today...
Oh god, it's gonna touch me. Yeah!
Nice! I love, in most games, jumping into the water would kill you, but I like it when games actually let you swim. Though I guess, well, in 3D games, that kind of stopped being the case. It was more of a 2D game thing. Because, I mean, Mario 64 let you swim, too. Anyways. At work, I get scared sometimes because I tend to space out during, when I'm driving around, because I just, I go on autopilot because I get so used to just driving around.
And then you arrive at your destination and you're like, this is not my beautiful house! This is not my beautiful wife!
Fun fact, that's the song.
Where is that huge automobile?
I just...
We'll find out next time.
Let me see if I